Hi guys, this is your first homework. Hey, this is your first homework for this unit. We're going to be talking about properties that will prove something. Like I kept using that word and now we're actually going to start using it. So we're going to talk about a whole bunch of these. They're going to be pretty easy, or should be, to understand because you know most of these things. So this is basically the addition property. If A is equal to B, then if I add C to both sides, I'm going to have A plus C. And the other side would have to be B plus C, right? So that's kind of what this is on every single one. If I do it to one side, I have to do the other. Subtraction property. If A is equal to B, then if I subtract C from A, that would be equal to the same thing subtracting from B. Multiplication property. If A is equal to B, you've guessed it, then A times C is equal to B times C. Division, if A is equal to B, then if I divide, I get A over C, because that's dividing right, is equal to B over C. Distributive property. If I distribute this, then I get A times B is AB, A times C is AC. Do that to the other side, A times B is AB. And then that would be added to AC again. Substitution property. I can plug stuff in. If blank, then A may be blank by B. If A is equal to B, then A may be replaced by B in any expression or equation. So that's basically where I know that if A is equal to 3, then I can plug 3 in wherever I see A, right? Reflexive property. For any real number A is equal to A. We've talked about that with lines. If we have line X, or if we have line XY, then it will be the same as line XY. They have to be congruent, right? We'll use that more when we do congruency stuff. Symmetric property. I'm just going to make my equal sign a line of symmetry, right? So if A is equal to B, then I can flip that, make it symmetric, and the other is also true. B is equal to A. And finally, the transitive property, which may be the hardest one. If A is equal to B and B is equal to C, then I should be able to see that since A is equal to B, B is equal to C, then A has to be equal to C as well. Okay? Since this one's equal to this one, and that one is equal to that one, the two that are equal to that one both have to be equal to each other. Two-column proofs. So this is what we're talking about, using properties of equality. So you're going to have to now, when you do something, justify what you're doing, give the reason. So on the left side, you're going to have your statement, what you say is true, and on the right side, you have to give me a reason why that is true. So what can be used as reasons? Well, that's going to be the properties we just named. That's going to be the theorems we talked about. That's going to be the postulates we know. And we can also use definitions of words. Because I know this means this, I can use it. So the first step is usually going to be given, right? They told it to me right here, so I can rewrite it right here. Pretty easy. The next step, I have to say which one of these rules I used. So to get from here to here, I just added 1 to both sides, right? Well, if I add 1 both sides, then I use the addition property. And then to get from here to here, what did I do? Well, I divided, so I used the division property. And that's basically what you're doing for this whole sheet. This is going to be the back of it. Like I have to do multiplication, division, whichever. All the answers should be one of these for this paper, okay? So So good luck. Here it is.